I think for me, it was like hitting rock bottom made me realize I'm like, yo, I want to change my life and I want to do something and I want to be an entrepreneur. And then once I started becoming more successful, I was like, yo, not only do I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to teach other people how to be entrepreneurs, because like that to me is like the most exciting thing. What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy, Brian Mark, coming at you with another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money Online Trainer podcast. Just kidding, it's my YouTube. Guys, today is a crazy day. So typically speaking, my days don't usually go back to back to back to back, like in terms of like, I am very aware of burnout, and when I do like the back-to-back days, I burn out really fast. So when I make my schedule, what I do is I make it so that I have a little bit of breaks in the afternoon. And I think it's important to have breaks in the afternoon. So typically speaking, I do have breaks in the afternoon. However, today is not one of those days. Today is not one of those days. Today is one of the days that I have a back-to-back, and quite literally from 8 a.m. all the way to basically 6 p.m. tonight, because my uncle's coming in. So it's gonna be crazy. I'm excited. I got some really cool things on the docket today, and I'm gonna tell you about it. First is, I've got some kids coming over today that are 17 years old. They DM me on Instagram. They're like, yo, like we're doing a class for entrepreneurs and we would love to interview you. You're a successful local entrepreneur in our area. Like, can we interview you? And I was like, hell yeah, you can. So that's happening today. I'm pumped about that. I actually, I read about it on the vlog. So if you guys watch the Monday premiere, which I'm so excited about, every Monday at 5 p.m. PST, I want my crew there. Monday at 5 p.m. PST, I want to have a party, all right? I want to give away some money every Monday. So Monday at 5 p.m. PST, set it in your calendars because I want to see you guys there. But on the Monday vlog, I read the Instagram message out loud. So I'm really excited because those kids are coming over today and it's going to be cool. So that's lit. Then my Uncle Trevor, the people that raised me, let's do a little bit of a Brian history lesson. So my mom and I don't really have a close relationship. My auntie Sharon is the one that raised me. She is married to Uncle Lorne, and Uncle Lorne's brother's name is Trevor, and Trevor's coming over today. So when I was being raised, Uncle Lorne was kind of like my dad, and Trevor was kind of, well, he is my uncle, but he was kind of like, you know, my actual uncle, that, not like my second uncle, like he was like my uncle because my Uncle Lorne was like my dad. Sounds confusing, but he's coming over today. He hasn't seen the house yet. He lives in Alberta. He's gonna himself. I'm super excited to show Uncle Trevor the house. I'm gonna make sure that I show my Auntie Sharon his reaction too. So I'm gonna be vlogging the whole day. It's gonna be exciting. I think this month I just wanna talk about like what PT Dom actually is and what it means to me and Cole. So I think we should just spitball and go off the cuff, Cole, and talk about like what the business means to us. And you know, do you have a picture of our poster?
I don't have a picture of it, but I have the poster.
Okay, perfect.
I can take a photo of it right now and then I can put it on Facebook and screen share.
Yep, let's do that. So we're gonna screen share it. We're gonna screen share it, and then what we're gonna do is we're literally gonna be like, these aren't just words on a poster, you guys. And then we'll talk about like what it means, like, and then we'll go into like what each individual thing kind of means to us. I think we should just do it on the meeting and be like, hey guys, let's get the boring stuff out of the way and then we'll get to the fun stuff. Boring stuff is we need y'all to sign an NDA. Like obviously we had we're just gonna, I'll be straight. We need to protect our intellectual property. We're teaching you guys how we're running our business, so all of you guys need to sign an NDA. Here's the link. YouTube, so I've got Jax and what else?
Mateo.
Jax and Mateo here. They're here to interview me for their high school entrepreneurship class, so let's get it.
We're here with Brian Mark, owner of Iron Energy Gym on the west side. Brian has recently just won a bodybuilding competition. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I've been competing since 2015, and I started competing because I just love fitness and I needed a challenge. You know, when I was in high school, I was your guys' age, I was playing football and I like thought I was gonna be a pro football player. And then as I was like 17, 18, 19, I realized like CFL players make like 40 grand a year. And so like if you're like if you're a good one, you make like 100 grand a year. But literally I was just like, I realized if I was gonna get beat up for like, I just wasn't worth the money. I needed to do something different. So competed, so I've been competing for the last like 7-8 years, and I do it to just keep my mind sharp. So I don't really get anything from like winning bodybuilding competitions. Like you don't really like, it's not like you win money or you win sponsorships or anything. It's more for like exposure. And if you know how to market yourself and you know how to like record it and document it, like that's where you'll get stuff from it. So like for me, I just like record my whole thing. Like I'm vlogging for my YouTube right now, and that will get me more, that's like is gonna bring me more business and like bodybuilding shows will. But I just do it like to keep my mind sharp, basically.
Was there a moment where you were like, that inspired you to be an entrepreneur? Like was there a specific event? Or was it just that your whole life you've always wanted to?
Honestly, it was like when I was 23 years old, I was partying a lot. And I ended up drinking and doing drugs, and it was like, you know, I actually went down like a bad in a bad place in my life, and all of my friends were just like partying and drinking, and I was like, yo, if I don't change my life, like I'm gonna be an addict, or I'm just gonna end up like my friends. And like a lot of those people, unfortunately, are still drinking, still partying, still doing the same stuff. Like, you know, 30 to 35 years old, still working in a bar. And it's like, there's no hate for me, but I'm like, that's not the life that I wanted to live. Like, I wanted to like live in a place like this. Like, I wanted to own my own gym. Like, I wanted to like be a millionaire. So like, I knew that I wasn't gonna do that if I kept bartending and like working in nightclubs. Like, I had to work on my own thing. And so I think for me, it was like hitting rock bottom made me realize, I'm like, yo, I want to change my life, and I want to do something, and I want to be an entrepreneur. And then once I started becoming more successful, I was like, yo, not only do I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to teach other people how to be entrepreneurs, because like that to me is like the most exciting thing. So that's why like I do so much content, and that's why I put out so much values, because I want to help other people achieve success. That's it.
Awesome.
That was lit, eh?
Yeah.
You guys want the tour before you leave?
We love
please.
it.
Okay, sweet. All right, guys. So I've got a meeting with my man Cole Taylor, who is actually friends with Natasha, and we are going to talk today about business. I literally have never met Cole Taylor in my life before. What a good way to meet on a podcast. What a good way to meet. Let's talk in front of a bunch of strangers. Let's do it. What is going on, online fitness coaches? It is your boy, Brian Mark. That is so funny. So, you guys wanna hear something hilarious? Ding, 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 ding. I'm gonna tell you guys something funny, all right? So, something funny is that it was silence. It was literal silence outside. And then the second that I went live, there's a chainsaw in the background. I'm just trying to do stuff, all right? I'm just trying to do stuff. So, before I tune in, I am going to let you guys know that today we've got somebody special on the podcast. We're gonna be bringing on a Cole Taylor. What's going on, Lauren? Be strong. The podcast is not gonna start for the next 3 to 5 minutes. We're actually gonna be waiting for my boy to join us. He's gonna be wrapping up his team meeting, and then he's gonna join us. All right, guys, couples counseling now. Gonna be good times. I'm super excited. Been on meetings all day. I will update you guys soon. And yeah.
Brian are perfect. Everything is great, and I have nothing
That's right.
to complain
Tell
about.
her.
Best husband ever.
That's
Am I
right.
done yet? But yeah, no, we actually like have been making time for each other. So I think as much as we prioritize our work, of course, we've been doing a good job of also prioritizing time together.
Yeah, one of the things I realized this week is that because both of us have massive aspirations, I don't think there will ever be a point in time where we will not be busy. Ever.
And do we really, like, if we actually think about it, do we actually want to not be busy? Because when Brian and I, like, and I loved our honeymoon. Like, don't get me wrong, it was fantastic. But even with our honeymoon, I was like, I could have done with a little bit more structure.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it's like, it's not a problem. And I think that the problem that we've had in the past is that we didn't prioritize time with each other. We would 100% prioritize work. But, like, we're very good at being like, okay, phone away.
Yeah.
Date night. Like, we're very good at prioritizing time with each other now as well.
We've been doing couples counseling every 2 weeks for the last it's been 2 months. And Janine, our counselor, just finally recommended, she's like, honestly, like, I love you guys, but why don't you guys try doing it once a month now, because we've been doing really good.
We just don't have there's not a lot to talk about with me.
I think it's important. I was thinking about this as we were kind of wrapping up. It's like, I feel like this happens in coaching programs too, where we're good right now, but obviously there's going to be something that'll come up that we need to talk through. And so I think that just recognizing that and knowing that, you know, you don't have to show up to, it's not we have to show up to every single week to counseling. That might be overkill, but like to get into momentum is necessary to show up to counseling until you're good. And then it's like a maintenance thing. I would just like to commend myself for being a badass mother trucker and leading my team back to glory. Woo! My account getting disabled, my Instagram account getting disabled was the best thing that ever happened to my leadership skills, because it forced me to become Brian Mark 2.0. And your boy is here, and I am not going anywhere, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so excited, and I'm so hungry for like success right now. It's fucking bananas. So I'm excited to let you guys know that we just crossed 100 sales for the first time since I lost my Instagram account, and I'm super happy about that. So I'm gonna go get a brookie to celebrate. YouTube, me and Natasha are brainstorming right now, and I want you guys to be part of it. Okay, so actually we need 3 categories. Red is tanked, yellow is doing decent, and green is crushing it. So we need 3 categories. I'm gonna recategorize this. There we go. Now we're making some moves. They can still be green and killing it, because it's like, though it's still a student. If they're green and killing it, then we'll put not on, because then we can talk about the ones that are green but they're not in the program anymore. Like, why is that kind of thing, you know?
What I'm interested in is finding the people that should have won and didn't, and then building this structure on how to make them have a 50K a month business.
Oh, see, that's cool. I love that.
Like, let's find the person that should have never left.
Oh, see, I like that. I want to get your reaction. I haven't seen you guys in forever. Hello. To get your reaction on video so that I can show it to Sharon afterwards. Welcome. Come on in. Hey guys, so we are getting some freaking food. Ordered bamboo chopsticks. Honestly, today was a beautiful day. It was so busy and I'm so happy about it. It was one of those days that you like truly realize I'm like, I am an entrepreneur. Like I'm making some moves right now. I'm making some moves and it's like, it's only getting started, man. Like, this is the beginning for me. I believe that Pizza Domination is gonna get to 5,000 clients. I believe that Iron Energy is gonna get to 10 locations in the next few years. And I believe that I'm the one that's gonna lead the charge. That's a cool feeling. This is my bamboo chopsticks. And honestly, kind of regret telling you about bamboo chopsticks if you're in Kelowna, because I don't want you to get it. If they get too busy for me, you know, there's 100 people that watch these YouTube videos, you guys, so if they get too busy, Calvin, don't you be ordering bamboo chopsticks now, Calvin, all right? When we were dating, funny story about us, we would flirt all the time, like all the time.
We did.
I was always like, nope, sorry, you're my client, and I like put up this barrier, and I was serious about it. Like it was like I was flirting with her, but I was like honestly like, there's the line. And and then we went to Bali, and I was with her and one of my other friends at the time, and we were hanging out every day, and we would just like go out and we would drink, we would have fun, whatever. I was maybe seeing a couple girls on the trip. We won't talk about that right now. That's okay. Moving on. I'm not talking about that right now. So. We go out and we party. Yeah, exactly. We go out and we party, and we would always have fun. And there was one night where she went out and she got like wasted. This is when she had a crush on me. She went out and she got hammered. And she calls me, and I'm like sober as a judge. She's like, I need you to pick me up at like Bloom. I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm wasted. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I like drive there, and I get to this like place that's like called Bloom. And I call her. I'm like, where are you? She's like, oh, did I say Bloom? I meant Sapphire. I was like,
it was neither of those names.
Whatever the it was. I ended up going to this second place to pick her up. We ended up like taking her back. She was like drunk, and I was like, honestly, I was just annoyed because I was like tired. And so we get back to the hotel. She's like, let's cuddle, and I was like, absolutely not. She's like, no, I'm like, no, seriously. And I'm like, no. And I like walked upstairs, and she followed me, and she's like, we're gonna cuddle, and I literally slammed the door on her.
Oh, you just shut me down.
But then I came back from Bali, and I live in Calgary. She lived in Kelowna, and I would call her every day, or she'd call me every day. And like, it wasn't just every day; it was like 3 times a day. Like she was like.
And if we weren't calling, we were texting.
She was like having relationship issues. She'd call me. We'd talk about it. I was going on a date with a girl. I'd call her, I'd be like, I'm going on a date with her, but like you're cuter. Like literally, like that's like we would all day, every day. And then finally one day, I was like, what am I doing? I'm pretty sure I like this girl. So I started coming out to Kelowna to see her more. Trying to hang out more. Like we just like would hang out. We were just like sleep in the same house, sleep in the same bed with us, laugh, talk. We were just like best friends. And then I came back.
I think even a couple times we didn't even sleep in the same bed. You slept in Haley's bed.
Yeah. And then it was like Haley wasn't there.
Haley wasn't there.
Curious.
I didn't eat that food. No,
I was like, wow, that sounds f***ed up.
No,
Haley was not there
Haley was not
when
there.
that happened.
Yes.
Just making that super clear.
Her dad.
All right.
Her dad.
Moving on. But then I called her and we were talking like we always did. And I was like, I think I love you. And she's like, I love you
Which
too.
we always say we love each other.
I was like, no, I'm like, I like f***ing like love you. And she was like,
boing boing.
She's like, I love you too. And I was like, oh And that was it. And then we started coming out here every single weekend.
Every weekend.
So it didn't get awkward for a little bit there?
No,
Nope.
it was, but we were best friends.
Yeah.
We were f***ing best friends. That's our love story in a nutshell.
Everybody's love story.
Haley was never in the bed.
Yeah.
What is this? Woo! What's her name? Oh wow, that's exciting. Have you thought about anything? She does need a pretty name. What about Brian? Wow, what is that supposed to mean? This is my Uncle Trevor. That's Julia. That's Auntie Amber.
Hi, Julia.
That's Julia. Where's my stupid best friend? Okay. I'll introduce you to my stupid best friends soon. Support this channel and you want to see me succeed, then you will agree with me that Julia's car needs to be named Brian. Comment below. Yes, they will. The only reason that they would side with you is because she's pregnant. Oh, I got one. Midget. Oh wait, that's you. That's Cole and Julia, our best friends. Our best friends. And introduce them to baby Cole.
Oh my god.
I'm pregnant.
Why do you make things like so awkward? You always does. Always does.
Imagine being married to me, it's horrible. I had a realization today, I was just talking about YouTube and I'm like, I think that for a long time I always wished that I like recorded the come up. I was like, I wish I like documented all of it, but I am documenting the come up. Like this is the come up and this is like the start, you know? And I feel like today, when showing my uncle this house made me realize I'm like, I'm only just getting started. Like this is the come up and going through the struggle and the initial phases. I'm like, if I'm gonna be the next Gary Vaynerchuk, this is the come up. So just wanted to show a little bit of appreciation and gratitude for what?
Over there responding to you, I was like, what? What did you realize? Asking them what we were doing.
Yeah, you guys are tired. It was a back-to-back day, and I'm grateful that I got to show my uncle my house. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys got some value. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tune in every Monday at 5 p.m. PST, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.